Okay, so how would you describe me when you first met me?
Well, when I first met you, you were in a cast, and I was actually auditioning here at Tower Hill, and the first words you said to me was, "I broke my foot or ankle."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I felt really bad for you. But then I thought, as the audition went on, that I was like, wow, this is a really nice voice. So I knew that immediately you had a beautiful voice. It was just you needed some training. So.
Okay, and now how would you describe me now?
Oh gosh, Henry, you've grown so much. I'm really proud of you. You've just blossomed into a wonderful musician, and you're such a great leader too. So, you always had a beautiful voice. It was just about how to use your voice, and also about taking ownership of your musicianship. I'm very proud of you.
All right, thank you. Okay, so how would you describe me as a musician?
Well, musicians and any artist, they're typically their own worst critics, and that is what Henry is. He's always been his own worst critic. So, when it comes to rehearsals, over time, it's always been like, oh, this was my fault, or I didn't do this right, and it's always been that kind of struggle that you, Henry, have faced as a musician about how to get over that hurdle of recognizing what you're doing is correct and how to fix your mistakes. And that is so Henry, that you would always be the first person to point out your mistakes, which is great, but it's also your biggest weakness. And over time, you have overcome that more and more. So I'm very proud of you.
So how would you describe me, like, how would you describe the way I've grown since we started working together?
Oh, okay. So I think my first impression of you, because really it was the Anything Goes audition, was that you were a big risk taker, but then when we got you into the rehearsal process, you sort of self-edited a lot, and you second-guessed yourself. And as we went through the Anything Goes process, that really subsided, and you started to take ownership of who your character was and who you were on stage as an actor, which was really, really phenomenal to watch. You took a lot of agency over it, and it became a showstopper.
Okay, and now how would you just describe me as an actor in general?
Like I said, big risk taker right off the bat. Not afraid of a challenge, which you had a couple in Anything Goes. Big risk taker, not shying away from a challenge, and just especially there for your scene partners, especially as you started to get more comfortable with who your character was. You had a lot of fun playing off of the other people on stage, and it was really, really enjoyable to watch. It made the story come to life that much more.
So my first impression of Henry was I met the dude at a lift before football and was like, he seems fine. Now we're like closer friends and he's fine. But you definitely seem much more confident and like, I guess, secure about yourself. Maybe that's just because you're not in 8th grade, but I don't know. Much more mature, that's what I'd say. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Kale?
So I don't remember you freshman year or sophomore year or junior year, really.
Junior year, remember Disney? Woo.
Well, yeah, Disney. Yeah, that's the only thing I remember from you. So I don't know what that says.
Caroline?
Oh, okay. Well, like, I don't remember exactly when I first met you, but, like, my only real, well, no, I mean, I know it was 2nd grade, but I don't remember, like, what, like, happened, the exact moment. I just remember when you left and everyone was, like, through a chair, and you were always in Miss Wang's office, I think at that point was who it was. But I feel like you've come so far since then. It's like a complete 180 from that little 2nd grade child.
I met you in chorus, and it was you and your brother, and that was my first impression. And we didn't really become friends till this year through Anything Goes, and I think you're a really great person, and I think you've grown a lot and become, like, really come into yourself, so I think that's a really good thing.
Okay, so how would you guys describe me when you, like, first met me?
I met you in, like, when did you come here?
2nd grade.
I met you in 2nd grade, and you were in my class with Miss Borman, and you scared me a lot. You threw a chair at a teacher, and it was scary.
I didn't have the same experience when I first met you. I met you first at church, actually not from here. And I thought you were a really cool guy. I mean, I'd heard you sing a lot of times in the concerts and everything like that. I'm like, oh, it's the guy who sings, so like, you...
Thanks,
yeah,
sure,
that's
so...
so...
ego, are you? Sorry.
Are we telling? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, my first memory of you was in 9th grade when we were in history together, and you tried to get Mr. Deshane to yell at me because I was on my computer on Facebook, and so I told you to F off.
Wait, Tom has Facebook?
Back then.
Freshman year.
Okay.
My first memory of you is really just last year when we sat next to each other in history class. Like that's the first time we talked really. It was pretty cool. Like we would just like talk about random stuff in the middle of class. Like faculty didn't care. So
Still, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, now how would you guys describe me now, like the way I've grown since you all first met me?
The improvement has been great. Like just joining theater and stuff and becoming part of our friend group has been. Why are you laughing? It's been really, really nice, and like to see you grow and become. I can't tell.
You didn't finish
Shut
out
up,
the
the person
words.
you come today. I think from when I first met you to where you are now, it wasn't that long ago again. But I mean, from when I first met you to the person you are now, you've definitely grown. I think doing theater did a lot I don't want to say did a lot for you, but it helped you kind of like grow and become more comfortable on stage and in front of other people and
find the right people.
yeah, it was a different Henry I saw after Anything Goes and before it, and
Yeah, definitely like Anything Goes. It was a big changer for you, I think, and like really brought you into our friend group.
yeah,